Hello Leo and welcome to your reading. Today's date is the 22nd of October. So yeah, I'm going to do a reading for you. We're going to do the numbers combined with your sign. So we're going to cover all the dates, the birth dates, to a certain extent anyway, to narrow it down. All right, so you're going to be a number between 1 and 9, definitely one of those numbers, and I'll explain as I go along. Okay, so first of all, before I start the reading, I just want to say the overall energy here from the tarot is the Four of Cups. All right, so this is for all numbers in one way or another. So this is showing me that you are disappointed about something. Something doesn't quite measure up to what you've had in the past. Now, this could be someone or something, all right? So, for example, if it's to do with your, just your general health or anything like that, it's not like it used to be, all right? There's been some changes here for you, all right, Leos? If it's a relationship, this could be a split, a separation in a relationship, and no one quite measures up to somebody that you was with in the past. Okay, work-wise, all right, it's that job, you're getting that job, but someone's blocking. There's a block here to do with work. You're quite happy with your work, whatever it is you're doing, your hobbies or whatever it is, your business. But there is some sort of challenge here with that. And it could be connected to somebody else, making things maybe a little bit difficult for you to progress where you want to go, where you want to be in your career, work or business. But let's have a look, Leo, and see what's happening. Let's start with the numbers. All right, so I'm going to put that Four of Cups back in the deck. And we're going to have a look at the Lenormand card. So I'm going to tell you the Lenormand cards that I've pulled out for each and every number. So we're going to start off with my Leos who are number ones. All right, so Leo, if you're a number one, your birthday will be on the 28th of July. Let me just check that. The 1st, the 10th or the 19th of August. All right, so then you will be a number one. So your two cards that come out, Leo, for this is the Child and the Woman. A very interesting combination. Firstly, of course, the child and the woman together. So we've got maybe a childlike woman, a childish woman, a female child. We could have obviously a woman who's beginning something in her life, or thinking of her child, his or her childhood. Remember, male or female. So maybe you're thinking back to the way things used to be. Remember the Four of Cups. So this is you reminiscing over the past, okay, my number ones. I feel here that you are, being quite nostalgic, melancholy sort of thing, thinking of, things are not what they, it's not like it used to be. Just something isn't quite the same now, it just don't feel the same. Things were so much better in the day, or when I was with that person, or when I had that job, whatever it is for you. Okay, so let me pull a couple of tarots for you, my number ones, and let's have a look. And then we're going to move on to my Leos who are number two. So what do we have for number one? Number one. There could be as well a break in a contract here for you, my number ones. Obviously a split here in some sort of commitment that you've had with somebody, or a job, anything like that, even a friendship. But let's have a look. Okay, Nine of Swords, King of Swords, Seven of Swords. Wow. Wow, I do feel for you, my number one Leos. Firstly, I just want to say before I carry on, as I go through the numbers, you might think, okay, I'm a number 1, but number 6 resonates with me more, or number 3 or number 8, you know, whatever it is for you. So do sort of keep an open mind. Okay, so let's go back to number 1, the 9 of Swords, the King of Swords, and the 7 of Swords. All right, so there is a worry here, or there's you just thinking back all the time. It's causing you maybe a little bit of stress, maybe a little bit of sadness, maybe wishing that things could have been different in some way. Okay. I do feel for some of you there is regret here over a relationship that you used to have with somebody. Somebody walked away. Maybe something you done, Leo, or the person, you know. So it's something a little bit could be a little bit underhanded, a little bit sneaky, you know, some sort of betrayal here. So somebody has betrayed someone here. But also this is a card of, you know, moving forward and really trying not to look back too much as well, and getting on with things, you know, sort of being more clear about what it is that you want, you know, going into the future. But let's have a look. All right, let's move on to number 2. So let's just see what's your story. Let's see what your story is, number 2. Okay, number 2. So this is for those of you that have your birthday, whatever you want to say, on the 29th of July, the 2nd, the 11th, or the 20th of August. All right, so let's have a look at my number 2s. So the 2 cards that came out for you from the Lenormand was the Heart and the Bear. All right, so looking at those 2 cards, so this could be the Heart and the Bear, lovely energy as well, protective love, powerful love, okay? This is the financial provider, all right, or the wealthy lover. And it can also be the love of food, as I say, the love of food or drink. Whatever it is for you. Okay, my number 2s. A lovely energy this is here for you, number 2s. But let's see. Let's have a look. All right, so there's something here to do with business. The underlying energy is the Fish, and this goes for all the like the cards of the signs that I've put them on, because I've used 4 different decks of Lenormand for different numbers. So that energy is the Fish. That's to do with business, work, your finances, anything like that. So this could be a partnership as well, some sort of partnership. You could be in business as a couple, if you're in a couple, in a relationship, or it's just a business partnership here in some way. All right, for the mothers, for my Leo mothers, I would say, because we can give it the Father card as well, the Bear, but this is this could be the main provider, male or female, okay? So providing here for the home. So let's have a look. Let's pull some cards and see what else we get here. What have we got for my number 2s? Okay, number 2. Let's have a look. The 9 of Cups. So maybe something to do with work, business. The 9 of Wands, so we've got 2 9s, and the Lovers. All right, I did feel there is some sort of partnership here going on. The 9 of Wands, all right, this is like the what you've been through as well, number 2s, as a team, like a partnership in business, work, in a relationship. You know, this is about pulling together in order to make something succeed, all right? So that's a really nice energy. especially when it comes to your finances and your business. Right, let's move on to my number threes. Let's have a look. Okay, number threes, what do I have for you? All right, this is for my Leos that have birthdays on the 30th of July, the 3rd, the 12th, or the 21st of August. All right, so your two cards that come out from the Lenormand is the fish and the mice. So this could be stressful work. It could be business work worries or business worries. Maybe a loss of profit here in some way, all right, in a business, or, you know, losing some sort of profit or money dwindling away. So let's have a look. Maybe you think things are not too bad, but they could be better, all right? Things are, you know, not too bad, you know, it's small losses. It's not major losses, but it all adds up sort of thing, yeah? Right, let's have a look. What do I have for my number threes? Oh, we have that Seven of Swords again. The Five of Pentacles. And the Wheel of Fortune. Right, so hoping your luck's going to change here, Leo. For my number three, Leos, hoping your luck's going to change. Feeling that someone has been underhanded, or feeling that they've got away with something. They've took something of yours, or, you know, whatever it is that they've taken. Maybe haven't given it back, leaving you in a position of going without here in some way with that Five of Pentacles. All right, so really looking for things to start turning, you know, the wheel to start turning in your favor with that Wheel of Fortune. You know, your luck is going to change. As I say, what goes around comes around. So the wheel being there, the Wheel of Fortune being there, is just telling me that things don't remain the same. All right, things always change with the wheel. There's always changes, and when it's upright, there's positive change. So just be patient with that. Let's have a look. All right, things seem a little bit, maybe feel a little bit confusing for you at the moment. Obviously, the underlying energy for your couple of cards is the clouds. So, you know, with clouds, there's always, you know, clouds always clear, all right? So the weather, the storm always passes. So just be patient with that, whatever it is for you, all right, my number three, Leos? So let's move on now to number four. Okay, number four, Leos, let's have a look. So this is for those of you that have a birthday on the 31st of July, the 4th or the 13th of August, okay? The 4th or the 13th of August, yeah. So your two cards that come out from the Lenormand is the Star and the Anchor. All right, so very stable energy here. I've just put here with the Star, and this could be an established star, all right? Somebody who's in the spotlight, celebrity status, or it could be someone in social media, anything like that that's really got a lot of attention here, all right? They're really established themselves of where the position they're in a good position. For others of you, it's your hopes and dreams. The Star card is your wishes, your achievements, and your progress in your goals. With the Anchor, of course, your hopes and dreams and wishes and progress here and achievements, especially when it comes to your profession and your work. Stability here, something, as I said, that's long lasting. So that's really, really nice. But let's pull a couple of cards here. So what's happening here? All right, so we do have, because your underlying energy is the Ring, so it's a commitment, or it could be a contract, all right? So you could be signing a new contract to do something different. Also, a commitment, committing yourself. And yeah, it can be, the ring can be a promise as well. But let's have a look. Right, so you have the Page of Swords. You have the Three of Pentacles, my number 4s, and you have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Swords is a very curious, investigative energy, all right? They want to know all the pros and cons about something, very inquisitive, you know, like really, really sort of looking up on things as well, you know, learning something. We have the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. So this is quite an adventure for you, something that you're going into, some sort of role that you're going to be playing for some of you, working as a team. Whatever it is here with the Three of Pentacles, it means that you've been recognised, you've been noticed, and you, whatever it is that you offer, it's, you know, it's something that somebody else, you know, somebody that has maybe other work for you to do or something like that. Great, lovely. So let's have a look. So my number 5s, let's move on to my number 5s. What do we, oh, excuse me, I haven't long had my breakfast and it's repeating on me. Not that you need to know that, but never mind. Number 5s, okay, so this is for you with birthdays on the 23rd of July, August the 5th or the 14th, all right? So the two cards that came out for you, number 5, is the Scythe and the Star. Okay, so this is where the challenge comes in. I'm carrying the energy from number 4 as well over to this, because this is, for me, it can be an agreement, cutting down or feeling cut off, sudden, and it can be sudden stardom, you know, like something that happens suddenly out of the blue. Maybe one contract's ended and another one's beginning. You've got a new contract with a new, I don't know, a new firm, a new job, a new whatever it is for you. Okay, so we can think of loads of things, all right, for that contract. But something else has got to be cut out here. But I also feel this overall with that Four of Cups. Remember at the beginning, there is a feeling of somebody making it maybe a little bit more difficult for you to progress with something that you want to do. But let's have a look. What's the cards here? And as I said, like the end of a contract or agreement so that you can go into another one, something, you know, that you've really been hoping for will sort of turn up for you. Oh, what's happened here? There we go. So what do we have for my number 5s? Let's have a look. What do we have for my number 5s? The Two of Wands, the Hierophant, and Temperance. Wow, very powerful energy here with this. So something exciting, all right? So the Two of Wands can be a crossroads where you have a decision, a choice to make of what way you want to go, all right? For some of you, I think this involves your ambition, personally, what you want to do, and somebody that you're connected to. That's where the challenge and the blockage comes in, because their idea of, you know, of putting you in a position that you feel that you have to make a choice. So that whether this is a relationship or something else, a family dynamic, I don't know. All right, so there's need here to be, especially with the 2 and the Temperance, so a very, you know, balanced energy. But also something to do with a commitment as well. All right. I'm just seeing if I can pick up anything else from these 3 cards. An opportunity maybe to learn a new skill, a new, I'm getting a new role script, something like that, to do something different, all right? Learning from the best as well, someone with experience. Also, the commitment comes in here, being committed to something, all right? Okay, so that's what I'm picking up there at the moment, all right? My number 5 Leos. So let's move on to number 6. So my number 6 Leos, this is for those of you that have birthdays on the 24th of July. Let's have a look, the 6th or the 15th of August. So the 2 cards that came out for you, my number 6s, is the Mountain and the Dog. At first, you know, the energies, I wasn't really picking up too much because the mountain is about obstacles and blockages, all right? It makes something a little bit more difficult. Maybe you have to sort of suss out another way to do something or another way around something. The dog can be a card of companionship and friendship. And yeah, this is, it's sort of going through the whole of the numbers in a certain aspect here, because it just feels like someone is making something just a little bit more challenging or difficult than it needs to be. I don't know whether this is for reasons that I don't know, selfish reasons, or just because they want you to themselves, or something like that, or because of the time that you're going to be spending together. And with this new thing that's coming in for you, whatever it is, you're not going to really have a lot of time. It's going to take up a lot of your time because you've got to be committed and devoted to this thing, all right? And it's something that you're going to enjoy, that's going to make you happy. But it's about keeping both sides happy, all right? And this is you trying to suss that out. Okay, so for you, my number 6s, let's have a look anyway. So yeah, the mountain and the dog. This could also be you've been abandoned by a friend, or a blocked friendship here. Somebody that's blocked you in some way. Okay, so with that, we have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Pentacles. And we have the 6 of Cups. Oh, that feeling of nostalgia coming through here. All right, I do feel that there has been an ending for some of you Leos, especially when it comes to a relationship, or somebody who was really a friendship, somebody who's really closely connected to. All right, so there's a disconnect here. But staying true to yourself here with that 4 of Coins, you know, holding on to... maybe holding on to some sort of hope that something can be reignited from the past for some of you. Others of you, this is looking back and making plans as well. The plans you've made to sort of, I don't know, the energy I'm picking up is you've maybe overthinking things about things that have happened in the past, how you could have done things differently. Another way, looking at another way you could have handled or done something, all right? So you're holding on to that, and it has something to do with the past. The 6 of Cups, you know, how can you, as I say, try to reignite, rekindle, or reconnect with something or someone here. Okay, so that's what I have for my number 6s. So let's move on to my number 7, Leos. Okay, so your birthday will be the 25th of July, the 7th or the 16th of August. And the 2 cards that came out for you, my number 7, Leos, is the moon and the clover. All right, so really a nice combination here. This is about your feelings, your emotion. It's about your intuition, your imagination, and it's also a card of inspiration. So with the clover, this is all about luck. It could be gambling, opportunity, chance, hope, and small happiness here. So something here is coming up, and I've put here with the clover, so a lucky maybe instinct, positive feelings, taking a chance on someone. That's what, persevering, waiting, and just seeing what happens, because you're really willing to take a chance on someone or something in your life. All right, my number 7 Leos. So let's see. And the reason you're doing that is because you're thinking, remember with that 4 of Cups, you're thinking about that nothing else seems to be good enough here in some way to what you've experienced. An experience you've had in the past with a job, a friendship or relationship. Nothing quite measures up to that, okay? So you're exploring your feelings here. Right, let's just pull a couple of tarot cards and see what we have, okay? Okay, we have the 7 of Cups. We have the King of Cups. And we have the Lovers. Wow, what a combination, eh? Wow, so you've got some thinking to do, Leo, here, all right? You've got some decisions to make. You're feeling maybe a little bit confused about where you start. That's why I'm feeling, especially if it's something to do with someone you want to move towards. You know, how do you do this? So you're trying to suss that out. Is it the right thing to do? Remember, the 7 of Cups is opportunities there in front of us, some good and some bad. So it's about choosing the right thing or the right thing to do, all right? So we do have a lot of feelings and emotions here, but you're very good at keeping that under wraps with that King of Cups. Doesn't matter if you're male or female, you're very good at hiding your feelings, all right? Although you do have very, very strong feelings, but you don't let anyone see that. The Lovers card, of course, with the 7 of Cups is a choice, all right? So it's about you taking a choice or making a decision on what way you're going to go, you know, in this direction that you want to take towards someone, all right? So that's very pleasant there. I like that. And the commitment as well. There's a commitment because the underlying energy for those 2 cards is the ring. All right, so the ring is a card of commitment, partnership. All right, it's a contract, a cycle, a deal, anything like that. So yeah. I think you've surprised yourself, Leos, in general, of how much patience that you've acquired maybe over this last maybe year or couple of years. You've got a lot more patient than you used to be, all right? Because Leos are not very patient, you know, they want it yesterday when they, you know, when they want something. So, yeah, so you've learned how to be patient here. Which is a good thing, because it means that you can consider things more carefully and save yourself a lot of worry and heartache or stress or, you know, and stuff like that. Although I do see worry here over your finances here in some way. All right, maybe you're digging into your savings. They're dwindling away slowly, you know, so there's a bit of worry over your finances, and that's why you're looking for something as well to compensate for that for the future. Anyway, let's have a look. So what do we have? So we're going to move on to my number 8. So my number 8, Leos, let's have a look. So this is a bit for those of you that have a birthday on the 26th of July, the 8th or the 17th of August. So let's see. So what come over for you is the Sun and the Whip. Okay, so the Sun and the Whip is maybe this is where I'm feeling a strain on success or something that you want to go for. You've got a new opportunity here, but is someone giving you an ultimatum? That's what I've put here. It's rather what you want to do, you know, you do what you want to do, but you're not going to have me in the process because, you know, whatever, for whatever reason, all right? So someone's giving you an ultimatum. For some of you, I do feel a sporty feel to this energy in number 8. So maybe you're active in a sport where you've been quite successful, all right, and it's taken up a lot of your time, of course, your energy and everything else, which could be causing arguments within a partnership, a relationship, or a work situation, all right? So wherever that fits for you, all right, my Leo number 8. But other than that, there is some sort of strain on a on something that you want to go towards. Maybe you know, maybe you have connections around you that have that feel they have an opinion about your life, who you're with, and what you choose to do. All right. So it's that, you know, it doesn't have to be a partner. It could be somebody else. It could be a family member, a friend, you know, somebody who puts a lot of pressure on their, you know, sort of pushing their opinions and what they think on you sort of thing. Okay, so what do we have? We have the 2 of Cups. We have the Sun again, the Sun twice. So this is very prominent for you number 8, Leos, because you've got the Sun, that's your card. You've got it twice here in this this few cards that I've pulled out. So the 2 of Cups, happy with, you know, happy with the choices you make in your relationships, in your love life, all right? And speaking up about it, you've got the Ace of Swords, all right? So this is about truth and clarity. So, you know, it's about speaking up and speaking your truth, especially if you feel that people are causing you, you know, interfering or making things difficult for you in some way, you know. Yeah, this is a time to sort of speak up and not be dictated to or controlled by anybody else. Okay, good advice there, Leo. All right, so let's have a look. What do we have? Because whatever's happening, I think whatever's happening for you, Leo, it's starting to grate on you a bit. It's pissing you off a bit, to be honest with you. That's what I feel here. You know, it's bringing you down a little bit. It's bringing your energy down, you know. So this is about, you know, doing what makes you happy, all right? Whether it's in your work, your business, or in your relationships. It's about making a choice that makes you happy. You know, everybody's got their own life to live. And you have to do what you need to do, what makes you happy. And that's important, because if we're not happy ourselves, we can't make anybody else happy, can we? All right? So let's move on. That's what I have for you, number 8. All right. So we're going to move on to the last number of these readings for Leo, and that's number 9. All right. So for my number 9 Leos, this is for those of you with a birthday on the 27th of July or the 9th or 18th of August. All right. So let's see what we have. So the 2 cards from the Lenormand that came out for you is the Scythe and the Ring. Now, Leo, you've got the Scythe twice here in the overall energies for Leo. So that comes out twice. That makes me feel that something very sudden happens here. With the Scythe, it's a very, we cut with it. It's something very fast. It's something very sharp. It's cutting. And it can also be a harvest, all right? So it's about things starting to come in for you, you know, more contracts or more agreements or even a relationship. All right, so we've got to cover the board of work, finance, family, relationship. So we're going to cover the whole lot, you know, health wise, anything like that. All right, so this could be divorce, separation, because it is with the ring. All right, so the ring is a symbol of commitment. All right, so separation, also a contract. So maybe a contract's ended, where I see that before. This is if it's business or work or your career, anything like that. This could be about cutting ties with certain things in your life, certain people, anything like that. A payoff, a settlement, a sudden commitment. So it could be anything to do with that. So maybe there's something here. Maybe that's why your finances are a little bit, as I say, a little bit tight. Your finances are a bit tight. Maybe there's something here to do with paying off a certain person to get out of a commitment or out of a contract here in some way. Okay, that would be only for a few of you. Other than that, this is all about cutting ties and or maybe the end or finishing or cutting off a certain agreement or contract with a company, a workplace or a business. But let's have a look and see what we have, Leo. All right, so let's pull a couple of tarot. For some of you, I'm feeling this is quite strong in your financial situation as well. Maybe you have to make cutbacks here in order to get your finances back on track, okay? So we're going to have to make some cutbacks as well. Let's have a look. What do we have? I just want to give these a good shuffle for you guys, all right? I'm using the Steampunk Tarot. So what do we have? The Knight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Hangman. Okay, so yeah, if I'm looking at cutbacks, all right, or cutting off ties to something, because there's a new adventure for you out there, all right, with the Knight of Wands. You're itching to get moving on something, all right? So feeling very passionate, you know, feeling very passionate about what you want to do or who you want to move towards, all right? The Hangman is a card of sacrifice. It's a card of suspension. It's a card of really sort of looking at the pros and cons about something, all right, and weighing up your options here. All right, so yeah, I'm liking that. Yeah, I'm liking that, Leos. You know, overall, as I say, general reading for you guys, and I'd say nothing major here, but it's just day-to-day, you know, life. You know, whatever it is we're dealing with. All right. So I'll leave that there with you, Lee. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, hit that notification bell for future readings, because I will be doing a lot more, all right, especially over the next you know, after this month, I will be putting on a lot more content. So please do hit that notification bell. Thank you for listening. I wish you all the best of luck, whatever it is you're dealing with. So take care, Leo. See you soon. Bye.